Alright.
First and foremost, I want to give all praise to
YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI.
double honors to the elders, apostles, GMS, and who well. Double honors to the elders and to the Akim that are pushing this word, the truth and sincerity. To USA Shalom.
Shalom.
We're out here, once again. It's Saturday, December 7th. Out here, trying to, gather the elect, through the power of Yahawah, SHAM, YAHAWASHI, in the spirit. Lord willing, we one of those men, that endure to the end. And these are the tribes, is Judah, the so-called Negroes, African Americans, here in the United States. Benjamin, the so-called West Indians. Levi, so-called Haitians. Simeon, so-called Dominicans. And Zebulon, which is from Guatemala to Panama. And then we got Ephraim, so-called Puerto Ricans. And Manasseh, the so-called Cubans. And then Gad, the so-called North American Indians. Then we got Reuben, the Seminole Indians. And Naphtali, which is the Argentinians and the Chileans. And Asher, the so-called Colombians to Uruguay. And then, the last is, which is Issachar, so-called Mexicans. That makes up the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah, correct. And early this morning, before I came out here, I was watching a video about, give me Sirach 33. I was watching a video about a Jake who was over there in Japan, right? He lived in Japan. I don't know how long he's been living over there, but he lived in Japan, right? And it is called Black Experience in Japan.
Okay.
Right? And I was watching that. Verse 7. What's going on?
How you doing again?
What's going on?
Hey, I picked up one of your papers early and read it.
Okay. You got to speak up because I can probably hear you.
I had picked up one of your papers. You had gave me one of your papers earlier.
Nah, that wasn't me. We just got out here. Nah.
There was another group passing out some pamphlets.
Oh, okay.
And I had picked it up.
Okay.
Hey, look here, man. I am broke. I need 50 cents, please.
I ain't even got it, bro. I don't even bring it out here like that. Yeah, I don't even bring it out here like that. But them guys that's that handing out pamphlets and stuff, I don't know who them guys are.
Okay, well.
That wasn't us. We just got out here.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, stay strong, bro.
Yep.
Yeah. But like I was saying, before I came out here, watching it earlier this morning, and then on top of that, I'm up under the weather, so y'all gotta excuse me, but it is what it is. I'm out here. But earlier, I was watching a video about a guy who's over there in Japan. He's a Jake. It's called Black Experience in Japan, right? And he was somewhere in Japan, right? And he seen a Chinese guy standing out there crying and howling and all that. You know what I'm saying? Just crying his eyes out, standing up against the wall and howling and crying. And he looking like, man, this dude is drunk, right? But he said he hasn't seen drunk people in Japan, right? He said this dude is drunk. So he see him howling and crying. He's like, man, I'm finna see what's up with this guy. So he goes over to him, right? But he had luggage and stuff. But he stayed in Japan, okay? So he goes over to the guy, and surprisingly, he goes to the guy speaking English. Because from my understanding, the way he talking, he can speak Chinese too, or Japanese, whatever language he can speak. But he go to him speaking English, and surprisingly, the guy could speak English. Come to find out, he is not Japan. Japan is Ammon, when you understand the scriptures. Moab is the Chinese. So it was a Chinese guy, right? And he's talking to him, and he said, he was asking the question like, man, what's wrong, what's up? He said, man, I'm homeless. He was looking like, what? You know what I'm saying? And then he kept on talking to him, and since the guy had his luggage, since Jake, which is short for Jacob, so-called black man, had his luggage, he was thinking that the guy was a tourist, right? So he said, man, what you looking for? Where you trying to go? That's what the so-called Chinese guy said. He said, man, what you looking for? Where you trying to go? So he said, look, I'm trying to go to this restaurant, such. And they were sitting there talking. He gave him his phone so he can, get the directions. So as he continued to talk to him, he said, you lucky. And Jake and the brother was like, what?
Right.
He was like, you lucky. And he was like, so now he finna press it because now he want to see why he's saying he's lucky. You know what I'm saying? He said because Asians don't deal with black people, right? That's what the Chinese guy is saying. Moab saying Asians don't deal with black people. So he like, you know what I'm saying? He pressing him some more because this guy, the Jake brother, lives in Japan, so he know. You know what I'm saying? He know how, and he's saying that's a lie. That's what he was saying to him. And you know what I'm saying? He ain't saying to him, but he was saying in his head.
Right.
He said that's a lie. And so he started pressing him even more. And then he said, Asians, right? He said, Asians don't deal with black people. And he started pressing me. He was like, well, why? And he said that the Chinese guy put his hand over his face, palm over face like this right here, and was like, you know what I'm saying, like he didn't want to tell him.
Right.
And he said because black people are dangerous, right? That's what he said. And the dude and the brother said, man, where did you learn that from? And guess what he said? So-called white man.
Spilled the beans.
Spilled the beans. He said a white man taught me. So if them Chinese or Japanese never been around a so-called black person, that's the way they think, that they dangerous. And who did they learn that from? Esau. So-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. Now, the reason why I wanted the brother to hold this and read this, because I'm finna show you something. Go ahead, bro. Start at verse 7. Sirach 33 and 7.
Okay, this is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 33 and verse 7. Why doth one day excel another? When as all the light of every day in the year is of the sun. Question.
Go ahead.
By the knowledge of YAHAWASHI, they were distinguished, and he altered seasons and feast. Verse 9. Some of them hath he made high days, and hollowed them, and some of them hath he made ordinary days. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. In much knowledge, YAHAWASHI hath divided them, and made their ways diverse. Some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them had he sanctified and set near himself. But some of them hath he cursed and brought low, and turned out of their places. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion, it is at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him, to render to them as liketh him best.
Go ahead.
Good is set against evil.
That's what I wanted. Good is set against evil. So Israel is good because they're the ones that's exalted and close to the Most High. Esau is the wicked, okay? So he's evil. So it's good against evil. So the reason why these nations look at Jacob is because of the curses too. Because the other reason is because Esau, through his movies and his media and the way he portrays the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, or a so-called Negro, he portrays him as dangerous, okay? So when a person that never met a so-called black person talks to them and they find out that they're not like that, they in a confused state because they have learned that from the so-called white man. But that just goes to show you the evilness of this earth, man. And who's pushing that vibration that the so-called black man is dangerous, when it's really the so-called white man and him pushing his lies. Okay? He the one been running around here colonizing people.
Right.
And stealing stuff and killing people. He the one been doing that. Jake ain't colonized nobody, man. So-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans ain't stole nobody from another country and put them in slavery. You know what I'm saying? And then put nations on their television to demonize them. Now, what I'm finna speak about now is, now you got the brother down there in Mississippi, YAHAWASHI is coming back, that's his channel, Kazak, the elder brother Kazak, down there. And he had did a video dealing with the movie Asher. So what they're doing is they bringing that movie back up under the name St. Paul. And in that movie, they gonna portray the Hebrew Israelite, which in that article they say black Israelite. But we know we not black, and we know that's a buzzword that Esau created. Okay? But in that article, it mentions that the Hebrew Israelites are terrorists. Now, that's what Esau do. He demonized you and demonized the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, or the so-called blacks, to justify when he kill us, the other nations will look at it like they was dangerous anyway. You see? Same way they did when you read that book, American Holocaust, dealing with the so-called North American Indians, the Northern Kingdom, so to speak. And in that book, they demonized North American Indians, they demonized the North American Indians to justify them saying they were savages so they could take their land. Okay? Same way they doing over there with Ishmael, them Arabs. They demonize them so they can take their oil, take their poppy seeds, or whatever natural resources these Edomites need out of them. They would demonize them and say they terrorists. Same way with us. They're going to demonize us and say we terrorists because we're reading the Bible. So now you understand the plot and the agenda of these evil people that's controlling the world, that's controlling the earth. Esau, man. He demonized you before he come and get you, man. That's what they do, man. And by me looking at that brother over there in Japan, black experience in Japan, and looking at all this, I said, yeah, man, that's true. The reason why them Asian nations think like that is because so-called white men taught them to think like that. Because if they never been around a so-called black person, where did they get that opinion from? The television movie. And it's read by the so-called white man, Hollywood, the fake Jew. You see? So read that again, bro.
Okay, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 33, and verse 14. Good is set against evil, and life against death.
And that's all Esau do, man. Wherever he go, it's death, man. Wherever he go, man. The trees are dying, the water polluted, the birds are falling out of the sky, man. The dolphins in the oceans are jumping out of the water, smothering themselves, man. Because it's polluted, man. Wherever Esau go, it's death following behind him, man. They are the harbinger of death, man. Just like they tell you in that movie, Planet of the Apes, man. They are the harbinger of death, man. Wherever they go, man, it's death following right behind it, man. And it's no nation in history that ruled that you can go to show you to where that nation that was ruling was destroying the earth, man. Only these so-called white people, man. And then they got, they want to legalize pedophilia, okay? I think in Canada, they legalize bestiality. If I ain't mistaken, don't quote me on it, you have to look it up. But that's the thought process and the confused state of the so-called white man, man. That's death, man. They legalize homosexuality and lesbianism, man. That's death, man. You can't produce life from that. Two men together, two women together. You can't produce, that's confusion.
None but diseases.
None but diseases, man. And then you got the CDC, the Center of Disease Control, and you got Esau harvesting those diseases so he can use it as a biological weapon. That's what you call dangerous. The Tuskegee experiment. You know what I'm saying? He gave syphilis to the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom, man.
Right.
And then you got a while ago when you go into the history about when Issachar, the so-called Mexicans, was coming over across the border over, you had a thing called gas bath. You remember that? What I sent you? Gas bath, man. Because Esau would make the so-called Mexicans, which are the tribe of Issachar, which are Israelites, okay, take a gas bath before they enter into the United States. Yeah, man. You can Google it, man. You can YouTube it. Gas bath, man. Because they were saying that the so-called Mexicans had lights. You see? That's evil, man. That's the devil for you, man. Okay? In slavery, castrate men. And then they walk around proud as hell like it wasn't me. I ain't doing it. It's them over there that's doing it. That's evil, man. That's dangerous. And then they create all these bombs and all these guns and sell them to other nations. And the other nations shoot each other and kill each other. And Esau walk around like, it wasn't me, I didn't give it to him. They found it over there in the trash can.
Shit, that's what's happening right now
in Mexico.
They got like the so-called, if I may,
go ahead.
I didn't want to.
Go ahead.
They got like the older so-called drug, cartels. You know what I'm saying? And then they got all these new generation drug cartels and stuff like that. So some of the people have actually put two and two together, and they realized that all these newer, younger cartels that are coming on the scene or whatever, all of them are equipped with U.S. weapons. All of them have AR-15s, you know what I'm saying? 50 calibers, you know what I'm saying? All American-made weapons.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Where do you think they're getting it from?
America, man. So so-called white man is dangerous and evil, man.
And that's what he's doing right now on the TV. Back in the, back in the 50s or 60s and stuff, like back to my parent, generation and stuff. So-called Mexicans were known for hard workers. You know what I'm saying? Hard workers. Everybody, was trying to hire, a so-called Mexican. But right now, what do you see on TV right now? Cartels. You know what I'm saying? Drug cartels. This. They're fighting, trying to put in that. You know what I'm saying? That they're cartel members and they're just evil people and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's a so-called white man that's funding them. You know what I'm saying? That's the so-called white man that bring all the dope right. And allow the dope to be pushed throughout these countries, man. So-called white man, man. But he would call somebody else dangerous. But it's him.
Yeah, they're just in higher positions where they can actually hide themselves. You know what I'm saying?
And then on top of that, if you're so righteous and so good, so to speak, why do you have to rule in secret?
Right.
Why do you have to hide yourself?
Right.
Because you're doing something clandestine, underhanded, and wicked. And you don't want nobody to see you.
And and you know who we talking about, because we know you watching.
Yeah.
You watching.
You watching videos, man. That's why a lot of times, man, I don't even put the titles on the videos, man. I just put the dates up there, man. You know what I'm saying? Jake be wondering, man, why he ain't putting no title up there? Man, because Esau, man. I just put the date up there, man. You know what I'm saying, man? They been messing with them videos, man. Man, people done told me, man, they can't even put a like on my video, bro. It's forbidden. Man, all type of man. I just put the date up there, man. You know what I'm saying? Craziness, man.
And that's true, why? Because I've had times where I've had people, you know what I'm saying, that try to, you know, buck up against me, you know what I'm saying, and you know, you'll say a couple words or whatever, you know what I'm saying, not getting all, you know, emotional and stuff, man, and they automatically think you a part of a cartel member and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying. I've been pulled over, man. They pulled me over, man, like I was fucking Pablo Escobar, man.
Yeah, because of the television.
You know?
Because of the demonization
right.
of your nation.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
Because you got that label on you because of so-called white man.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's him, man. It's him, man.
We've actually
throwing rocks and hiding his hand. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not involved, man. It's him, man. It's him got the world thinking like that. And he ain't number deaf, man. Number deaf, man. And like I say, man, I pray that the Most High allows this family of the word to happen, man. To let the YouTube go, man. I want to see what's next, man. You think I want to continue to be here getting sick, man? I'm sick right now. I need to be laying in the bed. But I'm out here in the cold. And subject to get sick or to continue to get sick even more.
Stay sick.
Yeah. But they'll tell me I ain't got no faith. Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. Man, I'm tired of YouTube, man. I'm tired of it, man. And then when you try to do videos, man, the camera cut off, man. I mean, man, I used to record my phone, man. I used to do so much weirdo stuff, man. I just get a camera, man. You know what I'm saying? And now with the phone, I mean, with the video, with the camcorder, when we be out here, the phone, you just cut off, man.
Right.
Like somebody zapped it, man. I got 3 batteries, man. How the battery running down like that? Brand new. That's some demons, man. But you got people out there. I ain't gonna say it's brothers, because brothers know. But you got people out there don't want YouTube to don't want the videos to be all cut off, man. That's the family of the word. That's part of prophecy, man. Look, you put in work. You done it. It's time to go.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's time to go, man. The hell with these people, man. They don't give a shit about you, man.
Nah, they really don't, bro.
And when Esau put out this movie, Lord willing, he put it out. That St. Paul movie. Lord willing, he put it out. He gonna demonize the Negro Latinos and Native Americans, man. Hey, you know what these Negro Latinos and Native Americans gonna do? Look at us just like Esau said that how we are. Instead of coming over here and asking us questions, they gonna believe Esau.
And if if the world doesn't care about, you know, YAHAWASHI, you know, what makes, you know what I'm saying, people think that they're gonna like us, you know what I'm saying? You know?
It's obvious, man. They didn't care, man. YAHAWASHI had enemies, man. That's what they don't teach you in them fake churches, man. YAHAWASHI had enemies. Why you think they murdered them?
Right. You think they would murder somebody that was going out and hugging everybody, giving everybody roses?
That was of the world? Yeah. Why would they kill him if he was of the world?
Yeah.
He just like them. But nah, he was rebuking them and telling them they're wrong.
Right.
You see? Just like they don't like us. That's why they're taking down all the videos. But it's the Most High. It's the Most High that's making Esau do that, man. It's the Most High making YouTube do that. It's good. Good riddance. Just because they take down the video don't mean we ain't gonna be out here still teaching. So what, man?
They'll take one of the brothers' videos down, but they won't take, you know what I'm saying, one of the fucking sodomite video down, or fucking
wrapped up in the rainbow sheet. On his tippy toes, prancing around like a fairy.
Right. they're quick to
And
pull.
then when they asked him on his page, is it childproof? He say I mean is it I forget how they word it, but that kid friendly.
Child appropriate.
Yeah, a child appropriate. He'll put yes, and they won't flag none of that. Look at this dude. What's going on? Look at this guy.
I knew he was gonna come back.
Look at this guy.
Came back just
I knew he was gonna
Look
come
at this
back.
guy. Look at this guy.
How do you
Right.
know that?
Because that right there hurt your feelings.
Yeah, it hurt your
you
feelings.
couldn't
Yes, it
believe
does.
this.
Yes,
This
it
right
does.
here.
You cannot believe it.
This right here, you
No, I don't
cannot-
believe it, but it doesn't hurt my feelings.
Yes, it does.
cannot
Why you lying to
believe
us,
that you actually
Esau?
came across that. That's what it was. I seen it. It cut you.
No, I'm not that surprised. I had some friends. You know, I didn't know them real well, but
Oh boy.
I knew them that believed this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't believe it.
Yeah, they did. They were some black folks, but they had a little bit different angle on it. I think they believed that they were Israelites because they were part of Cherokee.
Black folks. I ain't never seen a black folk in my life.
Me neither. Where you learn that at?
No,
Hey, slow
you're
down.
right.
Hold on. Come here.
You're right.
Come here. Slow down. Where you learn that at? Who taught you that? That people were black. Who taught you that?
It's just what we always hear.
Who taught you that though?
But I did.
Now I'm asking you a question before you jump around. Who taught you that?
Culture, society, I guess. I don't really know.
Whose culture and society? Who?
I don't really know.
Come on, man. You mean to tell me you went from the 1st grade to the 12th grade and you mean to tell me you cannot tell me who taught you that? As old as you are,
I
You mean to tell me
I
that?
don't really understand what you're driving.
I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna slow down for you. What
There was nobody specific.
what culture taught you that it was black people on the earth?
Well, Caucasian culture.
Bingo!
obviously. That's
About time,
what I
man!
grew
About
up in,
time,
right?
man! About time! Hold what you got. Don't forget Isaiah. Sirach 33. Bingo! About time. Now,
I'm the
why would
Apocrypha.
he? Now I'm on. We gonna continue to talk because I got some questions for you. But you can ask me questions too.
You mind if I video it too?
Nah, I don't want to be video.
You don't.
Not on yours.
Well,
But I got some questions for you, and you got questions for me, I'm sure. So I'm gonna give you a chance to shoot your question. Okay, but I gotta ask you something. Now, why would the so-called Caucasians or Europeans teach the world that it's black people on the earth when you know and I know there's no such thing as that? Wouldn't you say that's a sign of a liar?
well, it could just be an issue of comparison. I mean, I'm not white either.
But I'm
Take a look.
saying, would
My
you
Mexican
call,
friend is whiter than I am. If
would
you
I,
look
when
under
you
where
call,
he's not
when you call that
in the
person a
sun.
liar? If he tell you that, hey, that truck is blue when it's black, isn't that a liar?
Nah, it's red. It's red.
Would you call that person a liar?
Should be a really dark blue,
But I'm just saying, would you call that person a liar?
I think lying requires intent, right?
Oh,
If there's no intent,
it is an intent.
then it might just
It is
be
an intent. Do you know what the definition of the word black is? It ain't good. Matter of fact, pull it up. Let's get the definition of the word black, what it means. It ain't good. You know?
Look it up.
Most likely, you might have evil in there, in that definition. So yeah, that was an intent. There's a hidden agenda behind it. But you and I know that there's no such thing as black, okay? But they continue to do, these educated college people that you see on television and in, news anchors and all, these supposed to do so much research on certain things, but they continue to call so-called African Americans black. It don't make sense.
That's really something to think about, you know?
You got it. You got something to bring any word out.
Maybe it's an unseen third party that wants to call us white, you black, so we opposite.
It says,
Well, Well, go ahead. You got something?
The meaning is fierce, terrible,
See?
wicked, without light.
Without light.
Gloomy,
Is that
unlucky,
That's
bad,
from the
wicked.
dictionary?
Yeah, that's the etymology online.
Etymology.
Online. That's the meaning of it.
From
That's the
what,
root
from
of it.
what language?
What language is that, bro? There you go.
From the English
Yeah,
root.
that's the-
It's an English root?
All
or
right,
is it
listen,
like
listen. That's the etymology online dictionary. Okay.
Okay. I
Whenever
just
you
wonder
look
what
up-
language, because English is a
I know it's
mixture, you know, of
I
many
know
other
it got
languages.
different. I know you got.
The root.
Sometimes you can go to Latin. Sometimes you can go to Greek. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Spanish
French.
or whatever. Yeah, French. Yeah, I understand that. But you heard what that definition is. So that when you call somebody black, that's what that definition goes back to. And you heard the definitions of it. So that's what they want to put on the so-called black people in America or around the world. That they're evil, void of light.
Okay.
See?
I understand.
But as you can see, that people are not black. And you're not white, which you said that. Now, I'm gonna hit you with this.